So I click this H column and right click it, and I'm gonna insert midpoint column. So midpoint. And I'm gonna just do it manually. So the first class midpoint is 15.5, right? And the second is 30, no. What was the second one? 45.5, right? And then I'm gonna use auto fill by selecting these two and put the cursor on the bottom right corner and left click and drag. Right? Any questions? So we're going to use this midpoint column and frequency to make the graph, right? So frequency polygon. Oh.
How did you add the midpoint column?
When on frequency column, you select it by clicking the very top, like I or H, and then right click. Then there's insert, and it inserts an empty column between, in front of that column of frequency.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm going to take these, select these two columns. I don't need more row, right? It's like 330 covered everything. So I'll select this data, midpoint and frequency, and then I'm gonna go to click insert tab on the top. And I'm gonna go to charts, the last one. Not this one here, not insert line or area chart. We want scatter plot. In the scatter plot, there's just dots or curves. We want straight lines and markers. So just select this one. Because we want midpoints to be on the horizontal axis. We don't want thin to make a graph, it's kind of hard to chart them. So we have column for midpoints, so use midpoint and frequency. We have two columns now, so I have to go to the scatter plot, and if we choose dots and connecting lines, it's a scatter with straight lines and markers. Then it produces the graph. Let me make this graph a little bit bigger. So this is exactly what we had in the slides. Again, you can add titles for the axis or title for the graph here. You can change the color of the lines if you click. And then right click and format data series or.
Hey, Dr. San. How do you add a title to the axis?
I think if you click this graph, the big graph, and there's a plus sign. Let me move this here and plus sign. And if you want to add the axis title, select this. It's deselected.
Okay, thank you.
So that's frequency polygon. Now let's try, that's how I can, we use the same data set to create histogram and frequency polygon. They are kind of, they use the same frequency table, so I think it's good to have those. It'd be great if you can overlay these, but I couldn't do it. So we're gonna have to work harder or find some other information to make this together. That's why some graphic tools work better, or you have to program it to get them together. I couldn't. Let's go back to the slides. Continue. So that was frequency polygon. And before we move to something else, I want to